night, right? It was at the main house where all the spirit resides. There was this lady who works in the house.
Uh-huh.
She was asking for work, you know. So she stayed there for almost like she was standing right in front of the entrance for almost like 5 hours, and then my mom walked up to her and she was like, "Can I help you?" And then she was like, "I'm waiting for the owner." You know what I mean? She basically talking about my uncle. You know, so my mom invited her in. The reason why she didn't come in is because you have to be invited in to go come in, because the house is protected by spirit too. There's a lot of spirits here. If you're not invited, the spirits won't let you in. You know. So when she was invited and she walked in, and then all of a sudden my uncle appeared, and then they spoke for a while, and then my uncle said she could stay just for the night because it was too late for her to leave. You know, so there was no other place for her to sleep. So my uncle told her to sleep in my mom's room, like they could share the room. So my brother was sleeping in front of the bed. My mom had her sleep behind her, and my mom was sleeping in front of the bed next to my brother. So in the middle of the night, my mom had a dream as she was laying on the bed. She turned over, she saw the lady turned into a big lion.
Uh-huh.
She was having a dream, right?
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, when she saw the lion, she got freaked out, and then she just jumped down and then hold my brother. She didn't go anywhere. She just hold my brother there, staring at the lion, as if the lion was doing this, as if he was trying to
Yeah.
grab them. And then throughout the night, a bunch of blah 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 stuff like that. My mom wakes up. When she wake up, she looked behind her, and there was the lady half transformed, literally half transformed. She was like that, as if she's going into shock.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then my mom just grabbed my brother and she ran outside. And then all of a sudden, one of my uncle just walks in. My uncle was like, oh, "What happened? I was there too. I saw everything." It's like all three. They're not in the same house, but all three is connected to the same dream. You know, it's like the whole thing was happening, but they were dreaming, but it was happening in real life. You know what I mean? So they were all three connected. And when my uncle walks in, he was like, "I saw everything. I saw everything. What's going on?" And then he closed the door and let her in. And it wasn't until morning, and then the lady came out of the room. She stood right on the balcony. She wouldn't leave.
Why?
The reason why she wouldn't leave is because she is not she was not an actual person. Find out that it's a spirit who needed a farm. Basically, what I mean by that, who needed like a guardian, someone to work for. That's why she came looking for my uncle. She came somewhere all the way far side of the country, you know. It's basically, we don't even know what the fuck it was. I just say she because that's the appearance she took. You know what I mean? It was just a spirit who needed a farm. You know what I mean?
But your uncle, because your uncle is a voodoo, like a...
Yeah, he serves. He has a lot of spirits under him. You know, basically they work for him.
Right.
So it's like a pact they go into. I work for you, you work for me. You know what I mean? They work with each other. You know what I mean? But a lot of times, a lot of other spirits, who needs I don't know how the process works. I'd have to ask them. I never got into details with them. Usually I just listen to the story and then replicate. But so usually when they need a farm, they would just go to the person, and when the person needs another spirit, they'll probably go to other area where they know the one is resigned. Like if the place it has a bad reputation, a lot of that. Usually there's like spirits here. It's probably a spirit killing people like that, you know. And yeah, and that day she was standing there on the balcony. She couldn't leave because the main spirit of the house uh, find that it was disrespectful for her to try to take my little brother with her through in the middle of the night. She was basically when she transformed in the middle of the night, she was trying to leave. She was trying to leave
With your brother?
in the middle of the night with my brother.
With your brother.
You see the whole thing that happened in the dream.
Uh-huh.
It would have just been a dream. My mom would have just wake up, be like, "Where's my brother? You know what I mean? Where's he? And he is gone, and people would just think he either wakes up early, you
But
know.
it was real.
Huh?
It was not only a dream, it was real, right?
It was real. As it was happening in the dream, it was also happening in real life. Why? Because my uncle who came to my mom's rescue, that was some other uncle, not the one that served her, not the main one. He was actually spectating the whole thing. It's like he was in the dream, like, let's say he was just like